I was asked by a viewer if I could do a question and answer video. I said sure, but it's on short notice, so haven't had time to rehearse this or think of questions, so forgive me if I act a little slow at times. Have I ever come close to death? Yes. I nearly drowned in the Gulf of Mexico in 1987. Had to fight, people. When you start choking on water in 15 to 17 foot waves, according to the Tampa News in 87, I worked at a movie theater in 1980, which I liked, movie theater. And one Sunday, my sister invited me over. They lived right on the beach. They got to know the landlord and found out the landlord was born in the same county, is from the same county as my dad is. So her rent was cut in half. They invited me over, so we went swimming. We had these tubes, all right? And the undertow caught me, took me out. You know the buoy in the ocean? I was past that. It's 15 to 17 foot waves. I had to fight. Either that or die. How bad did it get? I started choking on water. Came very close to drowning. Very close. Another question. Let me think here. What's the fastest I've ever been clocked on a bike? Riding a bike. A witness behind me clocked me at 38 miles an hour. What's the fastest on the speedometer? I ain't got no speedometer now. I've had one in the past. What's the fastest I've ever been, according to my speedometer? 41 miles an hour. Lady's going by, wonder what I'm doing. And I figured that was accurate because he was behind me in the car. He said 38. He didn't tell me that day, a couple days later. And he said I was behind you, and he said, according to my speedometer, he's moving 38 miles an hour. And my speedometer once says 41. What's the minimum amount of, you probably already know this from my videos, but the minimum amount is 10 miles a day. Do I feel like a bodybuilder in my legs? Yeah. Mountain bike is harder than a road bike. More resistance. You work harder on a mountain bike. And usually warm season, I usually go to the bike trail. I end up putting a minimum of 24 miles on. Do I ever get tired of riding? I think everybody gets tired of everything sooner or later. Yeah, there's days I don't want to get on it. Maybe, I have to get work done. There's days you don't feel like driving somewhere. There's days you just want to lay in bed. Of course, I'm human. If I was living with a hot chick, could I put up with television? Of course. The only time she'd hear me complain is when it's annoying me too loud or I can't sleep for it. Do I have a temper? Not at all. Not at all. My dad does, not me. My sister does, a little bit. Take after my mom's side of the family. I had to really, really, really be pushed. But once I get there, you do not want to be around me, period. Care who they are. You don't want to be around me. Have I ever kissed a girl? Of course I have. Did have light brown hair, got blue eyes, 6 foot. Another question. How many times have I ever came close to dying? More than once? Yes. I swallowed, according to the doctor, I swallowed something in the ocean. Somehow infected back in '87, somehow infected my kidneys, and I urinated pure blood. Had to go to the emergency room. They had to give me an IV. And the doctor mainly told my sister, if this IV don't work, we'll have to call a preacher in 3 days. I'd been dead in 3 days. Have I ever wrecked on a bike? A few times. The worst wreck, I was showing off in front of a bunch of high school girls. Some of them was on a bus, some of them was driving their car. School was letting out, so I thought I'd be smart and go down this hill at record speed. Hit the front brake by accident and it flipped me over the handlebar. This hand, no helmet, this hand was the only thing that saved me because I went down. Felt the gravel on my hand, and you gotta have reflexes like an animal. That's the only thing that saved me. Probably would, probably killed me. But a reflex just told me to put my hand out. I was going down and seen the road coming up, and just seen the road coming up at me, and yeah, it hurt. Put a pebble all the way to my knee, all the way to the bone. Destroyed the front wheel. I was 16 miles from the house. Got a ride. So happens behind me was a van of basketball players. They just watched me wreck. That's what happened. Wait one. I just want, I don't want to like too long. My timer, I go watch my timer in there. Okay, I'm gonna make a part 2. All right, I gotta think about this. Part 2 coming up. Q&A.